Sure. No worries. So then this idea of the value of evidence, I'm going to use this metaphor of a puzzle, right? And we've all put puzzles together before. Some people start with, the block area of the fish. Other people find the corners and the edge pieces. And the question perennial is, where do you start when you have an innovation? And a lot of teams, the story I'm going to tell is about consumer wearables. HP was the first to market back in 1971 with the world's first smartwatch. We took a pass on it and handed it over to the CEO of Seiko Instruments. But then it's 2013 and the company's looking at, phenomenal growth rates, an emerging market category, and some new technology within our personal systems group that says, hey, you know what, we could make a pretty cool watch. And we wouldn't do it the way that Samsung or Apple would do it. So the team got together, and I guess one question would be, you guys, since more than half of you are on teams, you've seen this before. This is a business model canvas. If I asked you to raise your hand and say how many have seen one, I'm sure a lot of hands would go up. And our team did one of these. The Smartwatch team completed one, and they said, we're going to do fashion forward. We got designers. All the boxes are filled out, and they're filled out appropriately. But then management comes and says, hey, show me that there's a there, right? We've all heard that phrase before, or get a quick win and prove that this idea has traction. And so what this team did is they focused on accomplishment, right? They were accomplishment focused. And so for their first accomplishment, they got Walt Mossberg of the Wall Street Journal to basically say, yowza, this thing is beautiful. I mean, this does not have square edges. This thing looks like a watch, and it's actually really smart. And so that was step one. They had succeeded. They hooked the designer, Michael Bastian, to make a smartwatch. They had figured out what the bill of material would be, and they had to solve for this user experience, which is you have something about the size of a stamp, and you have to convey information quickly, like in less than a second, because that's how long it takes people to glance at their wrist, right? They had a minimum viable product, and they made some money, right? They made $1 million. We have a business, right? Right? We have a business. So the execs are like, all right, you have an HP business card. We want $1 billion businesses. Let's scale this sucker. Show me the sales and marketing. How do we get this to go global? How can we leverage our channels and drive more volume? Let's turn $1 million into $100 million. And you guys have like 9 months. Let's do it.